My dear friends, we love you so very much. Every day, your world offers you an incredible number of contrasting opinions and behaviors. Whether you are discussing how to maintain your health, happiness, abundance, or sanity, it can be overwhelming if you attempt to sort through all the external opinions to discover which are right for you. Luckily, it is much easier to figure out the right choices for yourself. Your guidance arises naturally from within. A thought will come to you, or a feeling, or sometimes just a sense of resonating with the thoughts or ideas of another. The right choices for your life will feel positive, inspiring, natural, or sometimes like a simple, peaceful breath of fresh air. By all means, you can take the ideas of others into account as you explore your choices and options, but the best choice will always be the one that feels right and resonates with you in a given moment. Similarly, while it is fine to observe the behavior of others, and you can learn a great deal from it, it is far better to focus on what you are creating and on your connection with the eternal source. There are many, however, who would, consciously or otherwise, like to be in charge of your life, and if you give them that power, will gladly take it. For example, if you feel a boss is in charge of your abundance, they may sense that dependency, and as a result, they'll have an easy time demanding more from you. If you give the Creator your power to be abundant, do a great job, and hold your head up high, knowing if you lost one job, you'd get another, the boss would sense your confidence to move on if necessary, and most likely they would work a little harder to keep you satisfied. If you give your parents' opinions of you, often from decades ago, more weight than your feelings about yourself today, then their opinions will shape you. If, however, you cling to the fact that you are a beloved child of God who is worthy and wonderful, then those opinions will create a much kinder reality. In that space, you will make decisions in reaction to their behavior rather than in response to God's guidance. Ask yourself who you would rather respond to. A power that loves you and knows your needs more deeply than any human on earth, or a power that may have other interests. Support who and what you resonate with, of course, but don't give anyone power over your life. Give that to the divine who wants for you what you want for you and can guide you straight to it. Although many of you were programmed this way, you don't have to live your life in a state of fear and insecurity about what others will do and how their choices will affect your life. Instead, you can live in alignment with your own soul, your own desires, and the Creator of universes, who, with a single thought, has more power than any human or group of human beings upon your earth. You were granted free will, and so was every other person on your planet. Others have as much right as you do to make their own choices. However, if you pay less attention to their opinions and choices and more attention to your own vibration and your own joy, then you will rise above the influences of the world. Instead of allowing the behaviors, opinions, and choices of others to control you, you can choose to be influenced by the power that sustains all of life and loves you beyond anything you can imagine. You can choose to listen to your feelings, to that still, small voice within that will always guide you in the kindest of ways. However, dear ones, if you are on the road in a flow of love and peace, then you will flow around others who are not. If you are laid off but live in an abundant mindset, the universe will quickly steer you towards a better job with an even better income. And if you stop telling yourself you are unworthy and begin to tell yourself a stronger and kinder story about being a child of the Most High, then dear ones, the opinions of others, past, present, or future, will no longer matter. You all want to love and be loved. You all want your love to be seen. You all want to be understood. However, lowering yourself to match the energies of those around you will never get you these things that you so dearly desire. Instead, as you begin to rise above what is going on around you and refuse to dignify the darkness, you will disentangle yourself from its influence. You will likely never have an easy time with the idea of being unfairly laid off so a company can hire someone cheaper. But you can be a loving soul who focuses on appreciating what you can easily appreciate. In that vibration, you will repel those who criticize and attract those who look for the good. You can be the loving soul in traffic who prays for all, enjoys a good radio station, or appreciates the beautiful sky, thus opening yourself to a natural and protected flow. You can talk sweetly to yourself and tell yourself kind stories, no matter how you were trained. Each time you choose to attune yourself to love, no matter how you do it, you will disentangle yourself from the pain of the past until your new self-loving, self-accepting behaviors become a habit. We love you and support you in reaching for a more loving reality. We want you to experience a more loving life. We want you to enjoy the results of disentangling from those who would gladly take your power and instead give your power to the love that creates worlds, the love that wants for you all the loving things you want for yourself. We support you in realizing you are the authority in your life. While it is wonderful to exchange ideas, learn, grow, and create together, ultimately, it is you who is in charge of deciding what beliefs you will adopt, what philosophies resonate with you, what foods agree with your own body, and what thoughts lift you versus pull you down. If our words don't resonate with you, we encourage and guide you to find others who will, because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to be in charge of your own life. You deserve to live in peace, love, joy, and abundance of the Creator's eternal outbreath. It appears when you worry about what others will do, how their choices will affect you, and whether or not you'll be able to cope with their decisions. In truth, your greatest power lies in your alignment to love. We understand that the 3D world can seem more real than the world of energy. One you can see and touch. The other you can only feel. For a while, you may continue to believe that the behaviors and choices of others have power over you, and if you live only according to the rules of 3D, this is true. You will find your alignment with love and become a powerful force for love, kindness, and peace upon your earth. Only by experimenting, choosing to love what you see in a given moment, will you prove to yourself that you are not at the mercy of others. We love you. We are sending you a steady stream of acceptance, love, and guidance to the kindest path. Perhaps simply knowing that will assist you in turning towards a kinder reality in your life. God bless you. We love you so very much. The angels. There's not a single one among you who is not beloved by the heavens. You as courageous souls who are expanding the invisible love into physical form. We never criticize or condemn you. We never tell you that your feelings are wrong. You are all working very diligently upon your earth to bring more love into your lives and the lives of those around you. We see you through the eyes of love and compassion only. So many of you, however, are so very hard upon yourselves. You learn to base your thoughts about yourself on the thoughts of others. Even when no one else is around, you frequently judge yourself by the criteria you have been taught. You have learned the criteria that make you a good person, a worthy person, or an acceptable person. We can say this with certainty. You are all good souls, even at those times when you forget. You are all worthy of love. That is not something you earn. That is something you are. You are all okay as is, regardless of who you please or do not please, how you look, think, act, or behave. There will always be those doing better and those doing worse. These, dear ones, are facts accepted by all in the heavens. When you live in the light of the divine, you realize that the criteria human beings impose upon one another are superficial, capricious, and unnecessary. It is your nature to love, not to judge. You accepted yourself without condition until you learned otherwise. As a child, you looked at your body with wonder. You took pride in your slightest accomplishments. You got angry if you didn't receive love because you knew that you deserved it. Over time, as you watched others judge and criticize themselves and felt others judge and criticize you, you started to judge and criticize yourselves. We understand why, dear ones, but self-criticism and self-judgment are both unnecessary and unnatural. Can you imagine waking up and looking in the mirror through the eyes of your soul? You might see wrinkles or bags under your eyes, but you'd accept them as surely as you accept, and even appreciate, the beautiful gnarled branches of a mature tree. Can you imagine catching yourself after a so-called mistake and celebrating the fact that you saw an area in which you could grow? You'd be like those perfect plants who become stronger as they reach for the light each time they bump up against a rock in the soil. Can you imagine listening to someone share their opinion about you and seeing it only as that, their opinion? You'd have compassion for people who feel the need to share their pain with you in the form of criticism, and you'd celebrate those wise enough to focus on your light. If you could practice self-acceptance regularly, you would start to experience heaven on earth. You would start to draw into your lives those who love and accept you as you are. You would be open to all the good you are asking for. Start today, dear ones. Catch yourself when you judge or criticize yourself, and change it. Talk to yourself the way you talk to your dearest friend. As surely as you learn self-judgment, you can learn self-acceptance, one choice at a time. If you are tired, rest. If you are passionate, chase your dreams. If you need comfort, wrap a blanket around yourself, give yourself a hug, and have a cup of tea. You might not think that such a simple thing as self-acceptance could cause profound changes in your life, but it can. Old resentments drop away, burdens will ease, and health can even improve. Your relationships will become more deeply authentic. Honor the divine within, dear ones, rather than making others your God. In a given moment, you are who you are, and that is okay. You are always good, always worthy of love, and always okay being exactly who you are. God bless you. We love you so very much. The Angels. Channel, and Albers.